We can either talk about Cardi B or I can bring up the surprise topic. You have to pick from the mystery box.
Let's bring up the surprise. The surprise. All right, audience. I don't know what she's getting ready to ask me. So, and my wife tells me that I don't hide things well on my face. I'm gonna try my best. All right, super producer. What you about to pull out your surprise box?
Well, in the next 2 weeks, Tamron Hall, her show has come back on NBC, the Tamron Hall Show, and one of her first guests will be Andrew Gillum and his wife. Now, are you trying to hide your face because you're not doing?
I'm trying. I'm not doing a good job.
So, people know this from other podcasts that I've been on. I'm actually very familiar with Andrew Gillum. Was cool with his sister in college. We all had like a secret, Andrew Gillum when he first came out. Side note.
So backstory. Were you at FAM when he was at FAM?
I had just gotten there when he left, but he was still coming back to help his sister run for SGA president and help his sister run for a freshman class president. Like he was coming back to the school kind of often because she was there, and he was still the famous guy on campus.
Okay.
And there were rumors then about him being, gay. Even when he got married, we all laughed and was like, who wanted to be that beard for the rest of her life? And again, that's all of us who know the backstory. But we have all.
First of all, I don't know. Is beard a derogatory? I don't know.
It can be a derogatory term, but all of us made a decision to not talk about this because some of our friends were actually requesting interviews and they were just like, absolutely not. Nobody would talk about it. It was just a thing. So his incident happened. He trashed a pretty promising political career, even as an analyst, as a member of the Biden administration, which I really thought was around the corner.
Right.
Where does he go from here, even after this interview with his wife, who was wearing a hideous pink dress? I can't with her clothing choices, but that's a different subject. Where does he go from here?
I don't know. I know some folks who outside of yourself who know him, who are strong advocates of him. He obviously knows his stuff. I guess at that point is whether or not he's living out his truth. He's reconciling with his wife, right? And do they have children? I don't know if they have children or not.
They have children.
This living in, he's got a law degree. I guess he's going to go back and practice law, and maybe that's how he'll make a living because it's going to be tough. But at the same time, the liberal base is forgiving. Especially if Joe Biden wins, it doesn't matter if Joe Biden wins. I give that brother doing this interview. I give him another year, and he's gonna find his way back in the conversation.
My issue is that instead of just living in his truth, like you said, I think that's where a lot of us who knew the story are more annoyed. Like, dude, live in your truth. Like this whole I have to be straight, I have to be a family man. Nobody has put that label on white men. Why do we force that label on black men? We got Lil Pete Buttigieg who out here living his best life, doing what he needs to do. He served in the military. He's embarrassing Fox News host now, doing interviews and stuff. Like he's doing a good job. Who
outside of Buttigieg
Janet
has
Reno?
had? Huh? Did you say Janet Reno? You dug in the history, but outside of Pete Buttigieg, he's obviously openly gay and he's doing his thing. I think him, as in Gillum, leaving his wife, as you say, to live out his truth. I know people who are bisexual. Maybe this still is his truth. He may have an attraction to men, but he still loves his wife and his family, and so now he's good with that. So I think he's a sharp dude. I think he was just.
It's mind-boggling to me because he is so smart. You are so good at this. I get he tried to blame it on a drug and alcohol. I don't think he's an alcoholic. I don't think he's a drug addict. That whole thing of he going to rehab was ridiculous. I do think he was super depressed because he really thought he was on that good foot to win and he didn't, and that can be depressing. But
sure.
There was a huge silver lining on the other side. He was a sought after. I guess this really just hurts my feelings for so many reasons, and I want to get your opinion on it because again, this was a guy who was about to be a rock star. in the Democratic Party, and it went up in smoke. And now we have him doing interviews with Tamron Hall with his wife, and he wants all of us to believe that everything's good now. We're working through it.
Right.
And most couples get over this type of public embarrassment and be completely fine and show that brave face.
Well, most people don't have a public life like this, so it's hard to equate that, because it's, people always talk about, all the generalizations. Oh, it's a whole lot of down low brothers and blah blah blah. I don't know. I personally don't. I don't know. I personally don't know any. At least I know that they know. I don't know. People living their lives. It is what it is. The brother's a sharp dude. If he wants to protect his family, they decided to reconcile, then I wish him the best. Now, as far as him being able to run for office again, probably not. But could he be an amazing lobbyist? Can he be somebody who could have a strong position in the Democratic National Committee, something to that effect? I'm sure he could, because I'm sure. Yeah.
News station. I mean, I just think it's
right.
It's I don't know.
That brother's is he 40 yet? I don't think is he like.
He might be 42.
If he is, he's barely for. So the point is, he's got a long life to live.
Yes, he's 41 because he was born in 79.
Yeah, so he's got a long career ahead of him. So we definitely wish him the best. All right.